I'm in one of the most modern and futuristic cities in the world. They say they live in the year 2050 here. Is that true? Folks, welcome to Shanghai. I came all the way to Shanghai, China, to see why they say this city is 50 years ahead of the rest of the world. One of the largest cities in the world, with over 24 million people. It's a global financial center famous for its modern skyline. In this adventure, we'll be discovering why they say you live in the future here. From impressive skyscrapers, driverless taxis, robots, super advanced technology, and traditions that blew my mind, like the marriage market, where parents find partners for their children. All this and much more will leave you fascinated and amazed at how life is in this country. I'm at People's Square, and something very peculiar is happening here because families come here to find wives for their sons. Yes, it's something that really blows your mind. But here in China, it's a tradition for people to come and find a wife or husband for their children. And look, from side to side, you'll see many banners, many papers where people are literally advertising their children. Look, it's impressive. As you can see, I was recently able to translate with my phone what they say. And look, they give you every detail from height, job, salary, which is very important. In China, salaries are very important for getting married and finding a partner. I'm recording a bit discreetly because people here don't like this being filmed much. I'm trying to be as discreet as possible, but these are cultural things one isn't used to. Every detail, everything people do here is truly impressive. Look, I'm using Google Translate here so you can see exactly how people here advertise their relatives. Look here exactly. It gives you a description at least. Here it says, I was born in April 1994, height 178 centimeters, professional appearance, university graduate, and right here below it says, partner selection requirements, good health. Something very peculiar is that I'm looking at this sign, and my impression is that they're offering a 95-year-old person here with a height of 160 centimeters. And really, folks, I mean, that's what the translator is telling me. I don't know if it's wrong, but I can bring it closer for you to see for yourselves. It's really crazy. Look, there's something for everyone here, folks. If you want to find a marriage partner, I think you should come to China. And you'll find the perfect match because they describe them exactly, and you choose what you like. And the marriage market definitely impressed me. However, I had the opportunity to speak with locals, and they confirmed that although this phenomenon has been around for a few years, it's not a tradition as such. In fact, many Chinese citizens don't see it entirely well, as they believe that as adults, it shouldn't be necessary for their parents to find them a partner. In conclusion, it's not an ancient tradition of Chinese culture, but a modern phenomenon that has captured a lot of attention. Something very interesting here in China is that most cars are electric. Here, cars hardly make any noise, and this is one of the most populated cities in China and the world too. So you go around here, and you really don't hear anything, no noise at all, even though it's a huge city, and the cars are truly super technological, with screens, cameras everywhere, and it's really impressive how technology has advanced here. And now I'm on Nan Jing Rd, which is one of the main arteries of this city. Right here on this street, You'll find everything from restaurants, clothing stores, franchises from all over the world are here on this street. And it's truly one of the best places to go shopping if that's what you like. So I'm going to walk down this street to see what we find around here. Well, I'm still here on Nan Jing Rd, and really folks, this is impressive. You can see all around me. Look at that store. In fact, that store is super curious where there's a little cat here at the entrance, and it really looks super cool. It's something like to attract kids and make them want to go there. If we turn this way, a lot of people are coming. It's like this everywhere. Look over here at those buildings, and in particular, one that really catches my attention. If I come over here, it's that one over there at the end that looks like a UFO. In fact, it's the Radisson Blu Hotel. I didn't know, I just found out recently. This is like a small plaza here in the center of Nan Jing Rd. Very, very beautiful. Lots of color. Sometimes it feels like you're walking through Times Square. Okay, pork? Okay, thank you. I came to try one of the delights of Chinese cuisine because yes, Chinese cuisine is undoubtedly delicious. In fact, this is my first time trying Chinese food in China, and my first dish had to be the most emblematic one from here in Shanghai, which is xiaolongbao. That's what it's called. And I ordered one with pork and crab and another with just pork. She brought me a little spoon here to put it on and a little sauce here. I imagine you have to grab it like this, dip it here, and put it here. I know they usually come with liquid and burst. Let's do it carefully to avoid making a mess. Here I go to try it first. I really didn't have high expectations that this was going to be so delicious, and it truly exceeded all my expectations. Now I'm going to try this one here, which is pork, and let's see how it is. Many people call them dumplings, but these aren't dumplings as such. And Din Tai Fung, which I do recommend. They're usually bigger, but very, very similar. Here with the sauce, let's go for it. That little liquid it releases gives it the perfect touch. It's truly delicious. For now, my first meal in Shanghai completely exceeded all my expectations. This cost me around $2 for both, and you get about 5. I really thought it was a great deal. I'm going to tell you something I'm about to do now, and honestly, I can't believe what's going to happen, but you're going to be surprised when I pull out these two things I have here. Look at what I have here. And not only that, I'm not a big fan of these little things, and here I have a scorpion and a centipede. Oh my God! Just as you see it here, honestly, if I'm being truthful, I don't want to try it. But I know I have to do this for you and for the channel because I know that's why you watch these little videos. So without much talking, let's get to work and try these. This is not a delicacy for me, but let's see which one we start with. It was with the scorpion, and I'll put these here for now. Here I have the beautiful and famous centipede. How succulent that looks, folks. Doesn't it make you want some? Let's move it over here. Don't eat this, folks. Seriously, don't eat these little things on the street. I have no comments. Better not say anything. And it's very spicy, too. But well, something I will definitely try is these little pancakes here. Look, these pancakes are made with green onion and are very famous here. This one I'll try with all my heart. Let's give it a little taste here. Look, here you have it. It's delicious. I've arrived at one of the most iconic stops in this city, and it's Bund. Yes, exactly this skyline here where you can see the famous beer tower, the Shanghai Tower over there, one of the tallest towers in the world. And really, this place is incredible for taking a photo. Like, you can see here behind me, you can see all around. People are taking selfies everywhere. I mean, they go crazy with photos here. You should see how it is here. The number of people in front of me and behind me trying to take a photo and find a spot here is quite difficult. I'm here on a Saturday, a weekend day, and it's packed, packed, packed. The views right in front are also spectacular. A very European style on this side. On this side, a modern, futuristic style. Shanghai, an incredible city that blows your mind with everything you can find here and how modern this city can be. You know this stop is more than mandatory. Well, one of the impressive things you can see here in China is this very technological police booth. It's like a capsule, and it really looks super, super nice. It says police there in both English and Chinese here in the entire Shanghai skyline. Something very important before traveling to China is to check if you need a visa, as many countries require a tourist visa. Currently, countries like the United States, Canada, and certain Latin American countries can travel to China for a maximum of 10 days without needing to apply for a visa. As long as you have a confirmed flight to a third country within this period, I recommend always checking with the Chinese consulate or embassy in your country. Well, here I show you this accommodation option in Shanghai, and this is the place where I'm staying. It's an apart hotel. Although it's a hotel, it's like an apartment inside. Here you can see a very comfortable king bed. Very comfortable. I've really slept well here. A kitchen with its basics, obviously. A little table for working and also for eating. A freezer and regular fridge. A microwave. There's nothing here, but there's more space. Over here is the view. It's already night. That's why I don't open it. It has laundry, which is why we really rented it, because it had this very important for a long trip like this one in Asia. Here are our suitcases. Here more of my clothes. Over there the equipment. Here we have a closet. And here we have the bathroom. Little mirror. Sink. Here the toilet and a shower style like the ones you always like where the water falls from above. Comfortable, folks, and the best part is the price. Here it is for you. A new day here, and I got up really early to come to this temple behind me called Jing'an. This is a Buddhist temple that was built over 1,000 years ago. And what I love about this temple is that it's right in the middle of a very modern area. And then you come here and find this part of the city that is very traditional. You feel more of the culture. And I really love connecting with that more local vibe to feel the Chinese culture more deeply. This temple is made with jade, silver. Something that caught my attention here is this incense burner. Yes, that's what it's called. People come here to place their incense to ask mostly for good fortune, good health, good energies, and also as a sign of respect for the religion. And I really find this very beautiful. Here she comes. Look here how she throws the incense. She was afraid of getting burned, and I'm going to stand here to get a little bit of the smoke for good luck too. And also for the channel so we can keep making good videos like this one. And if you haven't subscribed, and it's your first time here, go and hit that button right away. And I'll also send you a little bit of good vibes through the camera so you get good energies. Good fortune. Look. Right here at the middle of the temple is this big chest, and they're starting to throw coins everywhere and people go and grab them. Look how they throw them. Look, here's one, here's another one. What's interesting is that people grab them and throw them again. I'm going to show you this over here. I'm going to be a bit quiet because this part is a bit more sacred. Here is where the Buddha is, right in the center of the temple, going up the stairs. Look, I'm going to go in here because there are a lot of people paying reverence to the Buddha. In fact, you see how they do it there. Look, they do it like this several times. Well, I came here to Chapamda, which is another trending place here in Shanghai. And folks, I ordered my boba tea, chai tea, boba tea, whatever you want to call it. I ordered the one that's in the top too. It looks like it's creamy. It seemed like it had a flan, so I'm going to try it and let you know how it is. Wow. And it's sweet, very tasty. This is really a plus. And look at these little designs, folks. This is too cute, really. These little things, and I'm in the mood right now. I also brought Pikachu again, and here we are, so let's go. And here's a tip about getting around here in the city of Shanghai. It's very easy because the subway is well connected. Here, unlike many places, they accept MasterCard, Visa, and American Express, or any international card. Normally, nowhere in China do they accept anything but Alipay and WeChat, which is how they usually pay throughout China. And for less than $1, you can move around the city, and it's really very convenient. In China, it's essential to have these apps, Alipay and WeChat, because without them you won't be able to do anything at all. Others I recommend downloading are DIDI for transportation and BAIDU maps to get around the city. And not least, you'll need a VPN and an eSIM before traveling to use your social networks and stay connected throughout your trip since most platforms are blocked in China. I use the HOLAFLY eSIM, which is available in more than 200 countries worldwide with unlimited data. I'll leave the links in the description box. This view is incredible. This skyline here in Shanghai. Look at this view, folks. It's truly amazing. We're seeing it now before nightfall. I obviously wanted to bring you here so you can enjoy both sides, both night and day, because at night I think it looks much more spectacular. I have no words to tell you how perfect this city is, how modern, how the Chinese have reinvented themselves to build cities like these, which are actually reclaimed land from the sea. They put land there and built all that you see back there. Really, how everything can advance in such a way. That's why China is living in a year much more futuristic than the one we're currently in. Well, and you'll find impressive things here in China like this robot right here. She's there doing something. I don't know exactly what, folks, but look. You can see here. Hello, can I help you? She doesn't speak. She's focused there. But well, these are things in China that you can find and really blow your mind in such a way. Something I couldn't miss doing when coming to China was trying their viral snacks. I had the chance to try two of them, the corn ice cream and the fried chicken ice cream. Without a doubt, the corn ice cream was my favorite. However, I didn't like the chicken one as much. You can find both at Family, Mark, and Lawson convenience stores. And right here behind me is the Shanghai Tower, which is one of the tallest towers in the world, folks. Yes, in the world, just below Dubai's Burj Khalifa and Malaysia's tower. I don't remember the exact name, but it's around there. And it has a screen on top that's truly incredible. Everything you see here in Shanghai impresses you more than the last. So well, we've already seen here on this channel the third tallest tower in the world. The first, missing the second. Let's go. I'm here at the Oriental Pearl Tower, which is that tower you see behind me, and in fact, it's one of the most iconic towers. And I think where everyone always wants to take a picture when they come here to Shanghai. It's located here in the Pudong area, crossing the bridge to the other side. This tower is very particular because it has a sphere at the top and another sphere at the bottom area. And besides, it has a play of colors that change constantly and really makes it stand out among so many buildings here. And finishing, trying Chinese delicacies, because this might be my last dish for this video and for this tour around Shanghai, folks. I ordered a hot pot in a random place I found, but this has a body. It has a hard-boiled egg, Chinese lettuce, and some noodles that I don't really know what they're made of. You can see here, in fact, it has a different shape. So folks, let's try noodles. It's tasty, it's passable, it's not the most traditional, but well, at least we tried. Something like that. And well, I've really enjoyed the food here in China. I ate a fried rice somewhere that I never showed, a beef fried rice that was good, but in the end, I didn't do it. After having toured much of Shanghai, I can safely say that this city has advanced a lot. Its financial system, technology, and modern architecture are impressive. It's a super advanced city with robots, driverless cars, drones delivering food, and technology that leaves you speechless. But at the same time, I also saw another side, a side where there's poverty that is almost never shown. Also, something that caught my attention was the number of cameras on every corner. The city is very controlled to maintain order in society. Without a doubt, Shanghai is a city that leaves you with a deep experience. And it's very sad to reach this point in the video, folks, but this is where this video about the city of Shanghai will end. I really hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed touring this incredible city that left me speechless. It's been a while since a city surprised me as much as Shanghai did. Don't forget to like the video if you enjoyed it. Comment, share, everything you can, folks. It really helps me a lot, and I do it with a lot of love, so you can see where to go, what places to visit. And you know there's much more cool video coming from Asia. Subscribe if it's your first time here, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.